Well, Mr. Shields,
Yes, Mr. Clark.
it's time for another
Mindset Monday. And this week's episode is all about... keyboard warriors. Your classic...
I love how we couldn't just say keyboard warriors.
I had to do all some...
We had to act it out.
Yeah.
The game of charades.
Yeah.
Is it charades or charades?
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, I would have said charades, but I was like, I'm not 100% sure I'm right, so I'm just going to stay quiet and smile inwardly.
Answers in the comments below. Is it
Yeah.
charades or charades?
In this episode, you're going to learn all about keyboard lovers and keyboard warriors.
Ooh, and how to close the gap or shorten the gap between the brain and what happens at your fingers or thumbs.
Now, don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps us out.
And if you really want to share it on other social media, then please
Share
do
the
so.
shit out of it.
Share that. Just share it.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
And like and subscribe.
And then share again.
And remember to subscribe.
And then share, just to be sure. To be sure to be shared.
Said with your little Irish cap on. Wait, some people think we're already Irish.
I know.
We ain't Irish.
No.
You ever seen an Irish person saying mirror?
Mirror.
Mirror.
Mirror. It depends where, because we've got friends in Northern Ireland, they're like, mirror, mirror, mirror.
Mirror.
And one of their sons is called Darrell, so it's Darn. No, it's called Darn. Darren. And he's Darn, Darn. Like there's only one R. Darn.
Mirror.
So, keyboard warriors, you've all probably experienced one. It's somebody who is not necessarily a troll. It's someone that's hot to share their opinion. They're annoyed about something and they want to set the world alight with it.
Yeah.
And they feel that their words, when they're typed and they press return or whatever it is to post, that their words matter and are going to make a difference.
It's funny because I had a conversation ages ago, and obviously most people use their phones rather than an actual computer. And somebody said it perfectly, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she's got brave thumbs." And at the time I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like,
Yeah.
you know, not an ounce of bravery or courage in her whole body other than her thumbs. Is like, I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to tell you what I think.
Keyboard Warrior.
We had a classic one recently. I want to go in, again, we won't name names, but we just released we just released our Black Panther or Tartan Panther workout, and someone who was obviously passionate about the Black Panther as a symbolic animal got up on, it was just
Specifically to South America.
Yeah,
South America.
which is not true, by the way, because South American panthers or Black Panthers are jaguars, but the African Black Panthers are actually leopards. Right, Black Panther's just a term for a black cat. But anyway, this guy went off on one about, and he was slating the Scottish, the British, and why the whole why we came to Americas in the first place.
Talking about the Spanish, like, you follow the Spanish, and it was this whole tirade of nonsense.
I screenshotted it and I was like, mate, check out this crazy. But he obviously, he was like, he never really made his point, but I assume his point was, how dare we claim his animal? Which we weren't. We were just making a workout based on the movie.
Yeah, because there's a movie called Black Panther coming out. And we actually said, to celebrate the release of Black Panther, we're going to make this workout.
Which was then clearly comical, the Tartan Panther, right?
Yeah.
But this guy, it was a massive, massive comment. Again, he was at his keyboard, and I guarantee you, he must have worn out his keys. He must have bashed in so hard, writing that through. He was like...
It's so funny. It's also worth mentioning now, like, I know we're talking about like keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors.
But actually, what we've experienced certainly, and I bet there's a bunch of people out there have also, the keyboard lovers. Because it's the same thing, like some of this stuff that people send us, you wouldn't dare say that to somebody in real life. You wouldn't dare. Especially, like, say to us, you get punched in the face, let's be fair. Whether it be, the keyboard lovers or the keyboard warriors, you will get punched in the face if you said that to us in real life.
Yeah, that's right. But it's interesting, it's like, what they're doing is they're saying their innermost thought. Now, don't get me wrong, people will comment something like, whether they're male, female, doesn't matter, right? They'll see something, they'll say, in their own words, I really like that, that's got my mind wandering, and that's fair enough, that's fairly generic. But the ones that go into graphic detail, you're like, man, you wouldn't say that to someone in the street. If you walk past someone in the street and went, I want to blah, 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 you'd be done for sexual harassment. I love it though, keyboard lovers.
The keyboard lovers, they're just as active as the warriors.
The keyboard sleeves.
I bet they're licking their keys at the same time.
I hate to think what they're using to... If there's a couple double letters, you know what happened, right? They got harder.
So don't get us wrong, we love getting comments from 99% of you. We love even just a compliment is nice. Even if you disagree with us, even sometimes you get comments like a slight disagreement. Well, maybe you should have thought about this, and we were like, actually, that's a decent comment. If it's constructive, if it's done in a nice way, but always think, usually it's the nice little compliments or the nice little kind of constructive criticism that you actually would say in real life, and I think that's our main point.
Yeah, if you saw someone in the street and they were, let's just say you were walking your dog and you were teaching them something wrong, and you knew the better technique, you'd say, just want to help you out there, here's a better technique to train your dog, or here, in my opinion, here is a better technique.
Have you thought about doing it this way? Have you thought about it is a nice way of putting it. If you wouldn't say it in real life, then I'll say shut your fingers up.
Chop your fingers off.
Yeah, chop your fingers off.
Keyboard warriors.
So again, we always like an action point.
We want you to analyse the things that you type. If you feel like you are a keyboard warrior or a keyboard lover.
Opposite ends of the spectrum. But again, if you're doing one or the other, or t'other, I love that.
T'other. Then just think, would I say this in real life? And just check yourself for a second.
And if you would, then kudos to you for having integrity. Type away. But if you genuinely wouldn't, and I don't mean someone that's just going like, yeah, we do that to them, but then when it comes to it, they wouldn't, then you shouldn't be typing it. Simple as that. Don't type what you wouldn't say to their face and risk getting a slap or a punch.